Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with the review of the Sky Viper M200 Nano drone from Skyrocket Toys. Now, when Sky Viper first came out with their first quad, I was pretty rough on it, not a big fan, and they've been raising their game ever since. And they just came out with a new line of quads. They've got a Nano, a Micro, and a Video quad, and I am a big fan of all of them. They have really raised their game. This is the Nano, and first thing you may notice, it is actually quite unique looking. There's no other Nano with a design quite like this, so I really like that when they, come out with a unique design. It's got these, I don't know, they just look tough. The arms look like really substantial and tough with this kind of open design like that. And then, I'm certainly not hurting with the green color. I'm definitely a fan of their color choice, and so they've kind of got a consistent theme going with all the new ones with the green and everything. So pretty cool. I like to see what they're doing now, and I'm a big fan of it. The transmitters still leave a little bit to be desired. They're not quite my personal preference, but clearly they're going for a certain type of pilot, and it's just not quite exactly me. So it's not a bad thing. It's just not my personal style. Mainly that it's got these convex curve to it, so they don't really, your thumbs don't really stick to them. These actually, the sticks are pretty tall, so they work pretty well for pinchers. And then the size, is a little bit bigger than the standard Nano, so it fits decent in the hand. And you've got a stunt button there to hit that, and then you move the right stick and you do flips. The rates, though, are on the power switch here, so you've got low and high rates on the power switch, so moving back and forth is a little dangerous because you may accidentally turn off the transmitter. So I'm not a huge fan of that either. Then you've got all your full trim buttons. One thing that has been happening with this that happened to me, and I've gotten a bunch of comments from viewers talking about it as well, is that this one tends to fall out of the sky quite a bit. And I was actually working with the Sky Viper guys and doing some troubleshooting on it, and it turned out to be due to my Wi-Fi router. I've got a really powerful Wi-Fi router, and apparently that's causing some signal interference. So if I turn off my router, usually that solves the problem. However, I've already filmed the flight review of this, and even though I had my router turned off, it still fell out of the sky a couple times. So I was probably picking up a neighbor's Wi-Fi signal or something like that. So that's a bit of a problem. However, it doesn't happen if you use the transmitter from the other models. I don't know if this just has a bigger or stronger antenna or what, but they're all using the same protocol, so the transmitters are interchangeable, and every time I've flown the Nano with this transmitter, I've never had any dropouts. So something a little interesting there. But then, something else while I've got these both pointed out, I thought it was kind of funny that the Nano transmitter actually has taller sticks than the bigger transmitter. So this one's actually harder for me to pinch and grip than the Nano one is. So I actually tend to find myself flying with the Nano one more than even the bigger transmitter, just because I can't get much grip on these sticks when I'm pinching. Anyway, let's get back to details. So we got a USB charger and a spare set of props. It has a 100 milliamp hour internal battery, is pretty standard for Nano quads, and that takes about 30 minutes to charge. You get 5-minute and 15-second long flights with a 30-second LVC warning, so about 5 minutes and 45 seconds total. You can recalibrate it by holding the left stick down left and the right stick down right, so both sticks to the outside corners to recalibrate the accelerometer. I'll go ahead and show the LEDs. It's got green in the front and red in the back, so that's perfect, especially with the green props in the front. Big fan of that color orientation there. Let's see, anything else to say about this one? Nope, that about covers it, so let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the Sky Viper M200 Nano drone. And I have my Wi-Fi router turned off, so I shouldn't have any dropout and signal issues here. Got her in high rates. Go ahead and give it a spin. This thing does fly nice. I like it. And it looks really cool. Green LEDs in the front, red in the back, just the way I like it. Get a nice... Oh no! I still lost signal and I've got my router turned off. Maybe I'm picking up somebody else's Wi-Fi, I guess. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. I've heard a lot of people comment on my videos asking me to review this and saying they had that same problem too. So try your router, but sometimes there's nothing you can do about it if you're picking up a neighbor signal. But I did find that if you use the other transmitters from the bigger Sky Viper, the stunt and the video drone, those seem to hold their signal better. I didn't get any dropouts with those. But anyway, let's go ahead and do some flips. Oh, it's working really tight flips with this. I love the flips. It's kind of one of those ones where it shuts the motors down for just a second as it flips. So you get this really tight flip just kind of in place. It doesn't really loop or anything, just does it really quick. Love the flips on this thing. So let's see how these LEDs look in the dark. They aren't the best Nano LEDs. They're a little bit hidden in there, so they get kind of blocked from some angles. Not super bright, but it's doable. I don't know if I would really suggest flying this one outdoors in the dark, like far away and stuff. You may get in some trouble, but I mean, flying in a dark room indoors is certainly no problem. Alright, let's turn the lights back on. Oh, look at that. Losing my throttle a little bit, but really stable. Sky Viper has certainly come a long way since the first quad of theirs that I reviewed and was not a fan of. These fly really nice, and other than this signal loss issue with the Nano, all three of the new Sky Vipers are really nice quads. Can't really do a funnel. That's our tightest funnel there, so it's just a really tight banked turn, but not really a funnel. But go ahead and fly it in for a landing. I think I showed all there was to show with this one. Yeah, do a little bit better on that. Back her up. There we go. And that's the Sky Viper M200 Nano drone. I really like the design on this, and not just because it's green, but you know, it's just a neat. New kind of nano design, you know, it's not just reusing the same old design as some other one, so pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, I think I'll try to put some links to this, but you know, you can find this in stores like Walmart and Target and Toys R Us and all that, so but yeah, check the video description if you want to try to find it online, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.